And so I walk into the room, and from across the room, I can see him like walking outward, and he looks at me and he kind of mouths like, "Hey, can I talk to you real quick?" Like outside. And so we go into the foyer initially. He wanted to tell me in private, whatever it was. So I was like, okay. Like, I was just very curious, like, what is it he got to talk to me about? It was so serious that he, like, people can't hear it. So we walked outside. He let me outside, and it's all coming back to life. How sweet. And so it was right there in front of the bushes outside of my church. So then that's when he was like, and welcome back to my channel. Once again, I'm so glad to have you guys back for another video. So today is going to be chapter 2 of me and Horace's love story, sharing the story with you all of how we met. The reason why me and Horace decided to split our story up into parts or into chapters is because of the fact that it's so lengthy. We wanted to go ahead and make sure you guys could get the full experience and get each detail without you having to sit and watch a 3-hour-long video. So we decided to just go ahead and split it up into parts so that you can get to know us more, get to know where we came from, how we met, and so much more. If you are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Jasmine, and I love to create faith-based content. I love to create memories, so I'm vlogging a lot. I'm obsessed with the makeup. I love beauty. Basically, you're gonna find a whole lot of different type of videos on my channel, but it's because I don't just stick to one thing. I like to dibble and dabble into a whole lot of different categories and subjects. So definitely, if you're not already subscribed, do consider clicking that red button down below and subscribing to this channel. We would absolutely love to have you here. So today is going to be chapter 2 of me and Horace's love story. If you've not already seen chapter 1, I would advise you, before you watch this video any further, go ahead and exit out of this video and watch chapter 1 first before you watch this one. So just so that you can get caught up with everybody else. So I'm gonna either link that video up here or in the description box below, but definitely check both and you'll see it. So I hope you guys absolutely enjoyed this video. Like I said before, I love you guys. So grateful and thankful for each and every one of you. But yes, without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. But yeah, so then that's when he was like, okay, so I'm not trying to hit on you or anything. And so like when he said that, I mean, that was the first thing he said, but I just wanted to tell you that I think you are absolutely beautiful. Excuse me. And so when he said that, I was like, oh my God, I'm like flattered. Like, oh. You know, instantly I'm starting to blush, and it's not like I really, like we said, we weren't really paying any attention to each other prior to, but that was just really sweet in the way he said it. So then after that he said, and I was just listening to your testimony and listening to what you were saying in there about the insecurities and things, and I don't ever want you to feel like you're, you know, anything less than beautiful. And so I just remember being like, wow, like, and the way that he explains the story, he always says that like I couldn't make eye contact, which I couldn't. She was always looking around. And so I'm like, this girl is creeped out, so I'm like, ending the conversation quickly. I've always struggled with making eye contact, especially with guys, like whether I like you or not. It was just awkward, kind of, you know. It didn't mean I wasn't like, you know, flattered, because I was. So, but it came off like you didn't like the comment. So then he said, yeah, he was like, yeah, but I think you're so beautiful. And I even, you know, I've even gone home and I told my mama about you. Like, this girl that I met, like, she's so amazing. And when he said that, I'm like, you told your mama what? Told your mama about me? And, you know, I was just coming from a place of like, hey, you know, if you feel like you are insecure, I'm like, no, you're not. You're very pretty, so don't feel like that. And so, you know, it was kind of like that was really the end of it. And I honestly thought I ain't gonna see you again. So I was like, okay. Thank you so much. Oh my God. You know, but the interesting part was, you know, we ended that conversation. Of course, the rest of the night, she could never look at me eye to eye. Disappeared. Yo. after that, I get so weird, like, because we ended up ending like the panel discussion and everything, and then we walked across the street to the gym, and you know, we ate hamburgers and fries and stuff. Y'all didn't eat?
I don't think
you
so.
and Kyle did get a plate. We fixed plates for y'all.
Oh,
at least I think I saw y'all. But well, y'all was in the corner, and I could see him at my peripheral vision, and I could not look. Like, I was just so nervous, you know, heart melting and everything. But I couldn't look at him. And I remember taking my sister in the back and being like, "Oh my gosh, this one just hard, just so mean."
Which one you told Jessica?
Yeah.
The one who killed. That's your that was your roomie. So, but after that, you know, Jazz and them stayed at the thing. Kyle and I left, and I remember talking to him, and I was like, you know, like, what you think about Jazz? He's like, I could definitely see that for you. Like, I could definitely see.
So what made you start asking him about me in that?
I don't know. It was just maybe like that conversation just kind of triggered something. Like, well, maybe this can be something. Like, maybe this might be something. And so I started talking to him about it. He was like, nah, man, you just need to wait. Just like wait. Don't try to message her. Well, of course, I was impatient, so I went ahead, and I think it was like the next day.
It wasn't. He friended me that night on Facebook.
And
like,
so then,
right after that, he went and friended me on Facebook. But you didn't message me. I want to say it was a good few weeks.
And so finally, I get the guts to be like, you know what? I kind of like this girl. Let me message her. So I message her, hey, how you doing? Blah blah blah. And I'm trying to do like small talk, but see, Jazz was a person that, you know, her grandparents, her parents had like raised her to be where a man really, if they want to be with you or if they're interested in you, they will chase you. And so
they would always say, men were created to hunt, and you better not be running up behind no man. He's supposed to chase you and, you know, seek you. And the Bible says a man that findeth the wife. Like, all of that, old school, which, you know, I still support it to this day. You know, I'm teaching my daughters the same thing.
Jazz is she's a moderate traditionalist. She is very heavily rooted in traditionalism, but she does have some points that she'll lean, you know, kind of like when she had a nose ring. You know, she'll have little different things where she'll be like, okay, you know, I'll go with the flow. But some stuff she's just like, no, this is what it is, this is what it's not, and if she don't like it, she will say that. But, you know, so, you know, and it was interesting, like later on, I had messaged her a few weeks later, and, you know, like I said, she's a traditionalist. So I'm like talking to Jasmine, but I'm like, this girl does not seem interested. Like, just even the little hint of conversation we were having, she was just sitting there like, oh, okay. Like, you know, like, I'm not interested. And so eventually, you know, it was just kind of like, I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, am I like messaging her for no reason? You know, so that was
So he kind of felt like I wasn't giving him any, I guess any sign. Like just
if she could have waved the SOS flag for 2 seconds, I'd be like, oh, okay, she's interested. But because I didn't see it, I just like, oh, well,
so he fell back. When I say fell back, all the way back. So like he already mentioned, I've always been the type to not necessarily play hard to get, but that's just who I was. It probably because that's just who I've always been. Like, I'm not gonna talk to a guy first. I'm not gonna make the first move. I'm not gonna show you that I like you, even if I do like you, because, you know, I'm a very spirit-led person. If God wasn't leading me to reach out to a guy, I'm not doing that. So and it wasn't anything personal. When he was messaging me, I remember receiving that first message and just being like, oh, okay, so maybe, you know, maybe he is feeling me, maybe he is interested, you know, he's really cool, he's cute, you know, why not just go ahead and communicate back? Because even if nothing comes from this, he's a really great friend. So I messaged him back and everything, and I just remember him being so professional, y'all. So professional. It was boring me. And I just remember being like, how he was during the sessions and messaging him on Instagram was like 2 different. Yeah, he slid in them DMs. I just realized that. Like, he's slick.
What's funny is that in our vows, I was supposed to, and I told Chelvis this when we were lined up, was that Chelvis, when he married Tiffany, was like, oh yeah, I got something to say to everybody, is it does go down in the DMs, because that's how he met Tiffany, but then he DM'd her, and they had their first date like on a layover. So she ditched her friends in the middle of a layover. And I was gonna say that in my vows, was like, oh yeah, by the way, y'all, it does go down in the DM, you know. But yeah, I think it was just a point where I was just so used to having to be professional for whether it was church, work, just carrying yourself as an individual, like always having to be about your business. So it just kind of spewed over into that.
He was really serious, and I was like, man, like he don't ever loosen up and just laugh a little, relax a little bit. And I was like, I don't know if I could do this if this is his personality all the time. Like, but so yeah, like he said, it kind of dwindled out, but it didn't mean that I wasn't interested. I still was interested in, you know, getting to know him and just, you know, trying to talk and see if we could, you know, take this somewhere.
You was just uninterested, and that's how you was acting.
Whatever. But yeah, so he was just really serious and professional, and he ghosted me, y'all. I just remember like waiting for him to respond, and like days passed by, weeks passed by.
If I don't get you know, an inkling, you like this gone, I'm disappeared. Yeah. I disappeared like a thief in the night. But
you didn't like the fact that you had to work for it. That's all. Well, I wanted to make it easy for you.
And so at this point, I've moved on, you know, trying to talk to someone else, because at this point it was not a really thing of like, you know, hey,
we didn't establish anything, you know.
No, but you know, it was not like that, but it was just kind of like, hey, and I wasn't like, I always viewed myself of getting married, but I didn't think it was really something that would really happen, you know, because when you have a kid, a lot of people don't genuinely want to take on that responsibility. You know, when you're coming into, like, even in a relationship, you're having a whole nother person that, you know, devotes your attention. So it's like prime example, we got married, but before we had got married, I had this, well, pay was 7.
When we got married, pay was 7. Yeah.
So for 7 years, I had already had this like deep love for this person. So now here I am trying to spread myself between 2 people, you know, so it's like, that's a lot for some people to receive, you know, but that's just really kind of how if you look at it, as a person has to split the love. But
not necessarily split the love,
but they just have to learn love and balance the love. Just like when, you know, we have more kids, it'll be the same thing. Now that I think about, you know, a time where, now that we're talking about ghosting, was like, I remember when we were talking, it was a place where I legit was gonna be like, I had found at this point, I ain't got her cell phone number. Like, she trying to give me a second little chance, and she, you know, I'm like, she still don't like get the picture. Like, she still don't get it. And so
well, that's later on, y'all.
This is like way later on, but that was just my point of view. But we will come back with part 2 of our love story. I guess this.
So yes, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the video right here. Obviously, this is not the end of the story time. So if you found this video interesting and you would like to know more about, or the rest of the story of how we met and how we ended up together, definitely make sure you stay tuned for the next video and watch that one when it comes out pretty soon. We hope that you enjoyed this video. I actually had a pretty good time so far filming it with my best friend.
That is true. That's the biggest thing, is that we're best friends first, and then that's my wife. I can tell you that much. Yeah, like that's my best friend. Like, she get on my nerves. Jesus, the Lord knows. But
likewise,
mostly she is my best friend.
So yeah, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. We can't wait to see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Join the family, guys. We love to have you here. Go ahead and please give me a big thumbs up if you like this video. So yes, thank you all so much for watching, as always. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye-bye.